Hello everybody and welcome to W3L Wrestling Showdown here on the W3L network. I am Stevie Wizard. Thank you once again for joining us. Hopefully you subscribed. If you haven't, it's one button click. That's all you need to do. And you surely don't want to miss a moment of Wrestling Showdown and all the W3L stuff that's happening, because we are gearing up for our next major event, which is of course a Championship Showdown. Now, I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that this goes down on Thursday, March 31st in Dunfermline, and it is promising to be a phenomenal event. We already know that in the main event, the W3L heavyweight title is on the line in a stretcher match, as the current champion, and hopefully soon to be former champion, Joe E. Legend, takes on the man who used to hold the title, the one to watch, Nathan Reynolds. We know that women's champion Casey Owens is defending her title against her twin sister Leah Owens, and of course if Leah Owens loses this match, she must start wrestling under a mask from now on. In addition to that, the golden ticket holder Blondie Barrett returns to W3L, as does Grado. What are they going to be doing in Dunfermline? What impact will they have on the show? So the one way to find out is by being there in person. And you can be there in person by going to W3LWrestling.com and buying your tickets. Of course, if you use Showdown as a coupon code, you can have yourself 20% off. We have got more live events as well that week, which I will detail to you very, very shortly, but tickets for all of them are available on the website. Now, as you know, if you were at Remedy at the beginning of February, we were supposed to be seeing the Coffeys taking on the contingency plan. It didn't happen, but never fear. The Coffeys are in action here this week. They'll be faced a contingency plan soon, but before they get to them, they have to get through Sanctuary. These two teams have met before, so can the Coffeys gain some momentum before they step up to face the contingency plan for the tag title? Or are Sanctuary about to skewer the Coffeys' chances at Tag Team Championship glory and begin a winning streak of their own? So the one way for us to find out, let us immediately head to ringside for this week's match.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. And you see first in the corner to my left from Castle Macula, they are the team of the Scapegoat and the very good Mr. Ewan G. Mackey. They are Sanctuary. And introducing their opponent standing in the corner to my right from Glasgow and representing FC Ultron, weighing in at 450 pounds, Mark and Joe, the Coffey Brothers.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce here with you on Wrestling Showdown, and we have some tag team action for you this week. In the front of the ring, in the black and the red, we have the Coffey Brothers, Mark and Joe, of course former W3L Tag Team Champions, and they're going to be facing the rather sinister, macabre duo of Sanctuary, that being the very good Mr. Ewan G. Mackey on the ring apron and the Scapegoat in the white trunks and black mask. And you notice right away that the Scapegoat is back to his normal mask, the black and yellow one, because the last time we saw him, the last few times we saw him actually, had to wear that silly clown mask. This is due to the problems he's been having with Viper, of course the Sanctuary member, who is currently over in Japan representing Sanctuary over there. Viper and Scapegoat have had their issues, and so due to her insistence and Mackey's agreement, he forced the Scapegoat to wear that clown mask, but clearly all has been forgiven, albeit temporarily anyway, so Scapegoat is back to his usual attire. Now, these two teams have met multiple times, indeed in the early episodes of Wrestling Showdown. Towards the end, 2014 and 2015, we indeed saw something of a small war really between Sanctuary and the Coffey Brothers, as Mark Coffey controls the wrist of the Scapegoat, Again, these men absolutely strangers to each other. In March of last year, Mark Coffey was involved in a triple threat tournament, a qualifying match against Rory Steele and the Scapegoat, so they do know each other pretty well. And Mark retaining control of this arm, and the Scapegoat certainly not liking that. Mackie just observing from the ring apron, obviously no hurry to get in. As I'm sure you're aware, at the beginning of February, at a Remedy event, the Coffeys were set to challenge the contingency plan for the Tag Team Championship in a no disqualification match. That, however, did not happen, unfortunately. Mark Coffey crashing through the Scapegoat. Hang on, and he hits with a third shoulder block, and the Scapegoat wisely rolling the floor. You can see the Coffeys clearing the role in this match, and they'd better be, because yes, they are getting their no disqualification match against the contingency plan for the Tag Team Championship, and it is coming up next week here on Wrestling Showdown. You do not want to miss that, but their plans could be derailed if Sanctuary get a victory over them. So this is quite an important match for the Coffeys to win, and also a very important match for Sanctuary to win. And I'm sure the Coffeys are not looking ahead to the tag team title match that they are scheduled for in 7 days' time. As in comes Joe Coffey, takes a shot to the kidneys of the Scapegoat, now on the wrist as well, because he's seen the Scapegoat really flourish in the time since he's been in W3L, because he debuted in March of 2014. Whether that was his wrestling debut or not, I have no idea, because obviously we don't know who's under the mask, but that's definitely when he first appeared in the Worldwide Wrestling League. As Mark Coffey's still controlling the arm, the Coffey's working with fluidity that they are known for. And Joe Coffey, that double axe handle. But certainly, yeah, over the time that we've known him, the Scapegoat's obviously added muscle mass, he's become very powerful, able to throw people around with relative ease. But of course, it makes it harder when you have an injured arm. You see why he's got to the ropes. You can see he's matured if you've watched enough of his matches. And certainly, that man right there with the black and the green hair, that is the man responsible for the Scapegoat's maturity. Because the very good Mr. Ewan Mackey, the most unique man in professional wrestling, arguably the most cerebral man in professional wrestling. Don't let his looks fool you. He's here with a cloak, looks like a set of bat's wings, and he's certainly an individual character, but he is dangerous. And if you've watched him in action either live or here on the Showdown, you will know exactly what I mean. You cannot, you should not, you must not underestimate the very good Mr. Ewan Mackey. And Joe Coffey hiding behind referee Thomas Kearns. I think Coffey doesn't really know what to do. They have wrestled before, they do know each other. The Coffeys have faced Sanctuary a couple of times, as I have already mentioned. Was it a Remedy last year in 2015? The Coffey Brothers retained the Tag Team Championship over Sanctuary, that being the very good Mr. Ewan Mackey and the Scapegoat on that night. So these two teams have met before, they have victories over each other, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens as this match progresses. The crowd following the side of the brothers Coffey, so much so the room shaking. And Mackey so fast. He may lack height, but he makes up for it in speed and agility, but lacks the mass, and Joe's caught with ease and slams him down. And that's where Joe's going to have this match with an advantage in the power stakes. And look at that, the Scapegoat tripping him from the outside. That's the chicanery of Sanctuary. And Mackey just hits him with the Z13, but it doesn't defeat Joe Coffey in this contest. I know there's underlying tension from last year as Joe Coffey sent off the ropes, and Mackie just boots him right in the face, and the Scapegoat falls out with a body slam. I told you about the power he's got. Hang on, another double team maneuver here, and Mackie, an assisted leg drop and an elbow by the Scapegoat. Thomas Kearns really needs to clear the ring here. You only have 5 seconds after making a tag to switch partners, and I'm sure Sanctuary were in a bit longer than that. Yeah, anyway, as I was saying, last year during our Northern Tour in July, we were supposed to be seeing the tag team title be defended against Sanctuary. It didn't happen, unfortunately, so they've been fairly annoyed at that, feeling they never got their just desserts. Joe Coffey crashed in that corner, and so they would like nothing more than to knock off the golden team, as you might indeed call them, off the Coffeys, because they are arguably the most popular tag team here in W3L at this moment. Mackie set in the top turnbuckle and drops down on Joe Coffey. Obviously, as not taking anything away from the other teams we have here, particularly like Jason Reed and Kevin Williams, a very popular duo, but they're still fairly new and finding their feet. Coffey's, of course, former tag team champions, having held the tag team for the best part of 2 years. Can you believe? And Joe trying to fight his way out, but the Scapegoat hits pretty hard. Oh, trying to suplex Coffey, and hits him with a forearm. And Joe retaliates on one of his own. And here's a tag to Mark Coffey. Now, we last saw him in October of last year facing Dave Conrad in solo competition. Mark hoists up the Scapegoat and just dumps him down. And of course, the Coffeys want to get through this match unscathed if they've got any hope of beating the contingency plan. But saying it and doing it are two different things. Look at this. Mark catches Ewan Mackie and throws him away. Scapegoat having to pull himself up by the ropes, and there's a big chop by Mark Coffey. Don't take many of those. And there again, the double teaming of Sanctuary, taking cheap shots whenever possible. And Mark is down, and Scapegoat is stepping on his throat here. When we last saw Sanctuary, certainly in tag team action, it was back in January. They took on the aforementioned Kevin Williams and Jason Reed in a fine tag team outing. Joe Coffey complaining that the Scapegoat is choking his brother, but of course Thomas Kearns trying to keep Joe back in his corner. But I mean, is indeed the rules. It's not always popular, but that's just how it goes. And this match could easily disintegrate into anarchy, particularly when Sanctuary are concerned. And again, the hothead of Joe Coffey. He does sometimes get frustrated at these rules being broken, and understandably so, but it often makes it worse because the referee's back is turned and his attention is diverted. It allows Sanctuary to double team and cheat even more. Scapegoat drops straight down for that cover and go for it again. And you might think, well, after Mark kicked out the first pinfall attempt, why the second one? But remember, every time Mark kicks out, he has to expend energy to kick Scapegoat off. So I mean, he is getting worn down just by doing that. And this whole building vibrating as Mackie hits the leg drop off the top. Well, he said this one's over. Unfortunately for him, it wasn't. Mackie hitting Mark Coffey with some forearms. And Mark giving as good as he's getting. Again, it's the power advantage over Mackie, who climbs to the top turnbuckle. We've seen him hit a lovely dropkick off the top in the past. Hang on, Mark's got hold of him and just launches him clean across the ring. Almost right in the far corner, right in front of Joe Coffey. Unfortunately for Mark, He is in the wrong part of the ring. He's got to crawl effectively over Ewan Mackey if he needs to tag Joe. And he dives across using his last vestiges of energy. And a fired up Joe Coffey comes in, hammering away at the scapegoat. Remember, this is Joe Coffey, the man who faced former WWE star Carlito in January. He battled Rhino last year as well. So when he's faced some of the best in the business, as he squashes the scapegoat in the corner and launches him into his own tag partner. And now he squashes the pair of them. And Scapegoat catches his partner, and takes a dropkick, but that inadvertently meant that Mackey got DDT'd. And Mackey jumping up, I think he's more adrenaline than anything else, though he's holding on the ropes there. And Joe Coffey turns attention, hang on, he catches Mackey again. So he's going for the Z13, but Coffey launches him away. They could be going for that Boston Crab. He's used that to great effect. Wait a minute, I think he's signaling for the giant swing. And he hoists up the scapegoat. And he's got, oh my god, look at this. Now, we've seen him do this before with Mackey on his shoulders, but not the scapegoat, who's the much heavier of the two. And Scapegoat gets dumped down unceremoniously. And Scapegoat's really like he can barely stand. And Mark Coffey nails him with a forearm. And Joe hits a disgust Larry, the move everybody's talking about. And that ends the contest in the favour of the Coffey Brothers. So Mark and Joe Coffey score a popular victory here this week in Wrestling Showdown. And in 7 days' time, it's them versus the contingency plan for the Tag Team Championship.
Well, with that victory, ladies and gentlemen, the Coffey Brothers gain momentum as they head towards a contingency plan. And that is going to happen right here on Wrestling Showdown next week. If this doesn't convince you to hit the subscribe button, assuming you haven't already, I don't know what will. Because yes, in 7 days' time, Mark and Joe Coffey get their long-awaited shot at the tag team title held by the contingency plan in a no disqualification match. If it is anything like the Mike Musso versus Joey Legend no DQ match, you cannot afford to miss this contest. So make sure you are here in 7 days' time. Better yet, hit subscribe and you'll be notified as soon as the episode is uploaded. Now, as you know, we have some live events coming up. Let me tell you about the other ones that we have coming for you in the month of April, particularly on April the 1st. We're going to be in Stirling, filming matches for right here on Wrestling Showdown. We know that Grado's going to be there. The golden ticket holder Blondie Barrett will be there. Whatever's left of Joey Legend after Nathan Reynolds is done with him, he's going to be there. Make sure you are there as well. And on the Saturday, that's April 2nd, we're going to be in Livingston with our good pals over at SSW for our annual combined wrestling spectacular. It's the third year in a row we've done this. This promises to be easily as good as the previous two. And again, the few pieces of Joey Legend that Nathan Reynolds hasn't beaten the paste out of will be there as well. And then on Sunday, it's more Wrestling Showdown action. We'll be filming in St Andrews with all your favourite W3L stars. Make sure you are at any, or hopefully all, of these events. And you can get tickets for them by going to W3LWrestling.com. Of course, use Showdown as a coupon code for 20% off. Now, you already know that on the Thursday of that week, March the 31st, we are in Dunfermline. It's Championship Showdown. I've told you already, there's that stretcher match, the one you cannot afford to miss. Blondie Barrett's going to be there, Grado will be there, so much other stuff happening. As is the women's title match. It's that championship versus face contest. You've heard from Casey Owens on the House of Smith. You know what her feelings are. Lee Owens has accepted the match. Remember, if she loses, she has to wear a mask. We have got some comments from both of these women about their upcoming match. We'll go to that in just one moment. But first, if you haven't given us a like on Facebook, do so. If you haven't followed us on Twitter, please do that as well. The information is on your screen right now with all the relevant addresses. Follow us online, engage with us, let us know what events you're coming to, what you like about W3L, what you love about W3L. And then make sure you are there at Championship Showdown and as many of the other events as you can manage. Ladies and gentlemen, I will leave you now with comments from Leah Owens and the Women's Champion, Casey Owens.
W3L, Leah Owens, who should be your rightful Women's Champion. But thanks to Casey accepting my open challenge, which I did accept with open arms, having my sister against me, cheats me out of winning it. I won that match 1, 2 and 3. And when the ref's back was turned, Casey throws me out of the ring and takes my position. Then the referee calls it Casey Owens, your new W3L Women's Champion. Get my rematch up in Berwick, and what happens again? She cheats again. Casey is not championship material because she cheats. She could be if she just stopped cheating. So that's why I'm so confident at the next show that I'm going to win my belt back. And I'm that confident that Casey's put a stipulation on the line. Title versus face. What's that, you ask? That is basically her saying that she's annoyed that Leah Owens is getting more recognition than she is. She's fed up fans coming up to her and saying, oh, it's Leah Owens because you're on the poster. I understand that, that's fine. However, I am not confident, W3L, I am not confident as your women's champion, your rightful women's champion, that I'm going to win that belt back 1, 2, 3, and I won't be wearing a mask because I'll be representing W3L. See you there.
So, confirmed here tonight in Berwick, Casey Owens, yet again, takes on her sister Leah Owens, who's trying to get this lovely little title back, demanding yet another rematch. But I've put a little bit of a stipulation on it. I win, she has to wear a mask from now on. If I lose, she gets this title. Sounds fair, so she keeps using my face to promote everything for her. March 31st, Dunfermline, Casey versus Leah in a face versus title match.